Okay. Let's do this one. Please try out this one. Please try out this one. Okay. So, uh, okay, try it out for 2 minutes. Okay. So, have you read this sum properly? And then we can do it together.
Yes.
Okay. So see, a solution of volume 40 liters. So as I told you earlier, as we read the sum, we will do the sum. A solution of volume 40 liters has dye and water in the proportion 2:3. Fine. So that means, what is the amount of dye present? 2 by 5 into 40, that is 16 liter. What is the amount of water present? 24 liters. Water is added to the solution to change its proportion to 2:5. Fine. Now, what is the activity done? Water added. Okay, water added. And on adding water, what happens? To change this proportion to 2:5. That means water is added, but dye is still same, right? In this mixture, water has been added, not dye. Dye is fixed. Water has been added, and the ratio has been changed to 2:5. So that means, how much is dye? 2x. How much is water? 5x. Now since the quantity of dye is still constant, therefore 2x equals to 16, or x equals to 8. If x equals to 8, then that means what is the amount of water present? 40 liter, right? And what is the amount of dye present? 16 liter. Till here, have you understood? Please tell me. Hiladri, Rishika, Rishika, Shitama,
Yes, I understood.
till here understood? Okay.
Yes.
Now, if 1/4 of this diluted solution is taken out, okay. So what is happening now? What is the total solution? What is the total quantity? 40 was initially there, and
50.
so, yeah, 56. Yeah. Um, mm, yeah. So what is the current quantity? Current quantity is 56 liter. 40 liter of water and the 16 liter of dye. So currently in this mixture, what is present? 40 liter of water, 16 liter of dye, 56 liter. Now it is given 1/4 of this dilute solution is taken out. Okay, so taken out 1/4 of 56. That means 14 liter has been taken out. Fine. So in this 14 liter, now see what is the ratio. What in this 56 liter, what is the ratio of water is to dye? It is 2 is to 5 only, right? Right? In this 56 liter,
Yes.
what is the water is to dye ratio? If you do, uh, you can see that, sorry, water is to dye ratio, it is the dye to water ratio. So dye to water ratio is 2 is to 5, because that is what was said, that water is added to the solution to change its proportion to 2 is to 5, right? So that means currently the ratio of dyes to water is 2 is to 5. Now from this mixture 14 liter has been removed. So that means in this 14 liter, okay, in this 14 liter, how much is dye? 2 by 7 into 14, which is 4 liter. And what is water? Water is 10 liter. So that means mixture left how much? 56 liter was earlier there, 14 liter has been removed. Okay, so how much is present? 42 liter is present. In this 42 liter, how much is dye? How much dye was there? 16 liter. How much has been removed? 4 liter. So 12 liter is the amount of dye. What is the amount of water? 40 liter was there and 10 liter was removed. 30 liter is left. Till here did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Shitama?
Yes, sir.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it is given how many liters of dye must be added to the remaining solution so as to bring the proportion back to 2 is to 3. Okay. So that means, uh, so how much should dye be added? Okay. So that means 12 plus x divided by no change in water. X amount of x liters of dye is added. Okay. So that means what is the total amount of dye now? 12 plus x divided by water, still the same, so as to bring the ratio to 2 by 3. This is what has been said. So as to bring back the ratio 2 by 2, so as to bring the proportion back to 2 is to 3. So you see how many liters of dye must be added. So this dye amount I have taken as x, okay, and so the total amount of dye becomes 12 plus x divided by the water amount is 30, that is equal to 2 by 3. So if you cross multiply, x is 8, right? So how much amount of dye is added? 8. The answer is 8. Did you understand? Tell me, Shutama, Ritama, Ishika, Ishika, Niladri.
Yes, sir, understood.
Yes.
Okay. If this one is completed, after if you completed copying, tell me. We'll move on to the next one.
So can you show the previous page?
Yeah. Be very careful with the calculations. Okay. You see, this calculation is nothing, just ratio calculation, but you have to be careful. Done. Is it done? Should I move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please try out this sum. An alloy is prepared by mixing three metals A, B, C in the proportion 3 is to 4 is to 7 by volume. Okay, this one I need to do. Weights of the same volume of the metals A, B, C are in the ratio 5 is to 2 is to 6. In 130 kg of the alloy, the weight in kg of the metal C. Now, I am doing this sum. So, this is a typical sum. You can remember this, how to do this sum. So, three metals are there. Their volumes are given. Volumetric ratio is given. 3 is to 4 is to 7 by volume. And weights of the same volume of the metals is given. A, B, C are in the ratio 5 is to 2 is to 6. In 130 kg of the alloy, what is uh, uh, the weight in kg of the metal? Okay, so their volume ratio is 3 is to 4 is to 7. Their mass ratio 5 is to 2 is to 6. Okay, now combined, in this case you have to find out something called as combined mass volume ratio. So here they are going to combine the volume and the mass. So that is going to be 5 to the 15, 4 to the 8, 7 6 to 42. Okay, in 130 kg of the alloy, the weight in kg of the metal C. So this is for metal C. So 42 divided by the sum of the ratio into 130. Why we multiplied volume and mass? We multiplied volume and mass to combine both the ratios. Okay, and then we are doing this 42, since it has been asked the part of metal C. So 42 divided by the sum of the ratio into 130 kg. Please solve this.
Sir,
84.
Right. Done, Shutama?
Yes, sir.
Try out this sum. Try out this sum, please. Read this sum, think about it, and when you have digested this sum, tell me, we will do together. Okay, it might take some time for you to do it in the first case. Okay, read about this sum, then we will do it. Okay, you read about this sum? Will we start? A glass
Sir, 1
contains.
is to 1.
Hmm. Right. I think it is 1:1. Yes. That's right, Ishika. It's 1:1. Very good. Okay. Anybody else able to do it? Okay. A glass contains 500. A glass contains 500 cc of milk and a cup contains 500 cc of water. Okay. So this is the glass. Okay. It contains 500 cc of milk. Okay. And a cup. So this is the cup which contains 500 cc of water. Okay. Now from the glass 150 cc of milk is transferred. So that means what? How much is left over here? 350, right? 350 liter of milk is left. In this cup, 150 cc of milk is transferred. So what is that? So 150 cc of milk is there and 500 cc of water is there. Okay. So total it is 650, right? Now from next 150 cc of this mixture is transferred. Okay, fine. So that means what is the milk to water ratio over here? It is 150 divided by 500. 5 3s are 15, 5 10s are. So milk by water is 3 by 10. All right. Now what is happening is that uh, 150 cc of milk is transferred. Okay, now 150 cc of this mixture is transferred back to the cup. So that means now 350 liter of milk is already there. 150 liter of mixture came up. So that makes it how much? 500 liter back. Okay. So now this particular mixture, it contains how much milk does it contain? So what is the ratio? The ratio is 3 by 10, right? So what is the amount of milk that it has? 3 by 10 into 150, that is 45 liter. Okay, and what is the amount of water in this?
So why it would be 3 by 10? That is the problem like I was facing.
Oh, sorry,
So
3
3
by
by
30.
13
3 by
Total
30.
is
Sorry, 3 by 30.
3 by 30. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 by 13 into 150, that is 450 by 13. Okay, and what is the amount of water? The amount of water is 150. 10 by 13 into 150, that is 1500 by 13. Now this 450 by 13 liter of water is in this 150 liter of the mixture that came in, but there is still 350 liter of mixture present over here, right? So what is the total amount of milk? 450 by 13 plus 350. So 5000 by 13. Okay. So now the question is, now the amount of water in the glass and the amount of milk in the cup in the ratio. Okay, the amount of water in the glass. So so what is the amount of water in the glass? 1500 by 13. Fine. And the amount of milk in the cup. So water is 1500 by 13 in the glass, and the amount of milk in the cup. So what is the amount of milk in the cup? So milk is 3 divided by 13 into did I make any mistake in the calculation?
Sir,
Hmm.
Total milk টা মনে হয় বার করা আসার
I
দরকার
did.
ছিল।
हाँ sir, sir I did it in a very normal way.
Hmm.
Like 500 बॉड मिल्क है और 500 वाटर है. इसमें से अगर 150 इसमें जाता है तो ये 650 हो जाता है. फिर वो
Hmm.
150 वापस से उसमें जाएगा मिल्क में, तो वो तो वापस 500 हो जाएगा, तो 500:500 which is 1:1, बस
Ah,
यही
no, no,
थी।
no, no, no. Then you didn't get the process correct. See, when 150 cc of mixture is see, from this glass 150 cc of milk is transferred to the cup. Now the moment 150 cc of the milk goes to the cup and mixed, it doesn't remain milk anymore. It becomes a mixture. Now 150 cc of the mixture. Now when this mixture is going, it is not milk. It is milk plus water. What you did was you just found out the ratio between the total quantity, but here you need to find out now the amount of water in the glass and the amount of milk in the cup. You understood? If this had been 600 and that had been 500, then your answer would have not come. Okay, you found out the ratio between the total quantity of the content in this and this. Of course it will remain 500 only in both the cases. 150 is removed, 150 is sent back, so the total quantity remains 500 only in both the cases. But what is asked is the amount of water in the glass. So this is glass, okay, and this is cup. Okay, so earlier 500 cc of milk was there in the glass, 500 cc of water was there in the cup. Okay, now 150 liter of milk has been removed, so this one becomes 350 liter of milk in the glass. Okay, and in the cup 150 cc of milk is transferred. Now 500 cc of water is there, so total it becomes 650 cc of the mixture. Now the question is that what is the milk and water over here? So milk is 150 and water is 500, right? So 150 by 500, that is giving me 3 and 3 by 10. Now again what is happening, 150 cc of this mixture, so from here again 150, from here again 150 has been removed, so this 150 is not milk, this 150 is mixture of milk and water. Okay, so this 150 has been removed and has been transferred over here, so this one again becomes 500. So I need to find out what is the amount of water in the glass. So how much water is present over here and how much amount of milk is present in the cup. Did you understand the question, Ishika? What you have found?
Yes, sir.
You found out the ratio between the total content, but that has not been asked. You luckily got that answer because because the total content remain is same in both the cases, but that is not the right way. इसीलिए मैं सोच रही थी जल्दी कैसे हो गया. But thank God you described the process, otherwise it would have remained like that only. Okay, I'm just taking this. Okay, so I just lost track in this one. Hmm. See, so what happened is what? So I'm telling you this from the beginning. A glass contains 500 cc of milk and a cup contains 500 cc of water. From the glass, 150 cc of milk is transferred to the cup. Okay. So 150 cc removed from the glass. How much amount of milk is present? 350. Now in the cup, 500 cc of water was already there, 150 cc added. So what we get is 650 cc of mixture. Okay, 650 cc of mixture. Now milk is to water. In this cup, what is milk is to water? 150 is the amount of milk and 500 is the amount of water. So 3 by 10. Right? Now see, from this cup, now 150 liter of the mixture has been removed to the glass bag. So that means 350 cc. So earlier 350 cc of milk was there. Now 150 cc of the mixture has been added. So the total quantity goes back to 500 liter again. Total quantity, remember, not total amount of milk, because now this cup glass doesn't contain milk anymore. It has milk and water mixture. Okay, out of which 150 liter is the mixture, 350 liter is the milk. So what is the amount of milk over here? You see, this I need to find out what is the amount of milk present in this 150 liter. So that is 3 by 13. You see, this 150 liter of mixture came with this ratio 3 by 13, 3 by 10, right? This 150 liter of mixture came with this ratio 3 by 10. So what is the amount of milk present? 3 by 13 into 150, that is 450 by 13. And what is the amount of water present? 10 by 13 into 150, that is 1500 by 13. Did you understand till here? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shikam, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, in this cup, how much liter is there now? 500, because 150 has been removed. Earlier it was 650. 150 has been removed, so 500 liter of mixture is there. Now in this 500 liter of mixture, still this same ratio holds, 3 is to 10 only, because no extra thing has been added in this cup. 3 by 3 is to 10 was the ratio, and 150 liter has been removed, so still now the ratio is 3 is to 13 only. So what is the amount of milk? 3 by 13 into 500, that is 1500 by 13. What is the amount of water? 10 by 13 into 500, that is 5000 by 13. I need to find out what is the amount of water in the glass. So this is the glass. What is the amount of water? 1500 by 13. And the amount of milk in the cup. So in the cup, what is the amount of milk? 1500 by 13. So if you do the ratio, you will get 1 is to 1, because you can see that both the cases the amount is same. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once you are done copying, let me know. Done?
Yes, sir.
I am sending a
Yes.
clearer solution. Wait. Let's try out this sum. There are two containers of the same volume. Okay, first of all, read this sum, absorb it, and then do. Okay, so should we start? So there are two containers of the same volume. First container half filled with sugar syrup. Now there are two containers of the same volume. First container half filled with sugar syrup, and the second container half filled with milk. Fine. Okay. So say for example, let me take that there is X amount of sugar syrup, and the second container half filled with milk. Okay. Half filled, this is absolutely nonsense. Okay. You have to take XX. Half the content of the first container is transferred to the second container. Okay. So that means how much is left? X by 2 syrup is left. Okay. Now what happened is that X by 2 syrup came and X amount of milk present. So what is the syrup is to milk ratio? 1 is to 2, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
1 is to 2. Now Shritama, have you understood till here?
Yes, sir.
Ritama, Ladri?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Half the content of the first container is done. So this is done. Now half of this mixture is transferred back to the first container. See, those who have lot of time, they can do this. Okay. Now, so total how much mixture is there? 3x by 2. Okay. Now it is given half of this mixture is transferred back to the first container. So that means I have x by 2 syrup, and how much is transferred? 3x by 4 mixture, right? So that gives me, what is the total? 3x by 4 plus x by 2. That gives me 4 and 5x by 4, right? 5x by 4. Now in this thing, you see, in 3x by 4 mixture, okay, this mixture that came in, what is the syrup is to milk ratio? 1 is to 2, right? 1 is to 2. So that means what is the amount of syrup? Okay. So what is, okay. Now also extra x by 2 syrup is there, right? So that makes it 3x by 4, 0.25 and 0.5, 3x by 4, 0.75x. So what is the syrup is to, what is the syrup is to milk ratio over here? 3x by 4 by x by 2. When you do this sum, be very focused. Okay. So 3 is to 2. So 3 is to 2 in this mix, in this cup. Now syrup is to ratio is 3 is to 2. Syrup is to milk is 3 is to 2. All right. What about this other one? So the other one, had x amount of milk, right? Sorry, 3x by 2 amount of mixture. So now it is left with how much? Half 3x by 4, 3x by 4 mixture, right? Because half has been removed, so half is left. So earlier 3x by 2 was present, so half has been removed, that means half has been left, that means 3x by 4 is left. In this 3x by 4, what was syrup is to milk ratio? 1 is to 2, yes or no? So what is the amount of syrup over here? 1 by 3 into 3x by 4, that is x by 4. And what is the amount of milk over here? That is 2 by 3 into 3x by 4, that is x by 2. Alright. Now again they are doing the same thing again, you see. So we have completed this thing. Next, half the content of the first container is transferred back to the second container. Okay. We don't have place to do it here. So the first container, second container. Okay. So what it is telling, so what is the total content of the first container? 5x by 4. Okay. So half has been removed, so what is left? 5x by 8 mixture is left, right? What is the ratio? 3 is to 2. So that means what is the amount of syrup present over here? 3 by 5 into 5x by 8, that is 3x by 8. What is the amount of milk present over here? That is 2 by 5. 2 by 5 x by 4. Alright. So now this half has gone there. So that means 5x by 8 has come up, plus what was initially there? 3x by 4 was there, right? So that means 3x by 4. So that gives me 8, 5x, 6s, 11x by 4, 11x by 8 amount of mixture is over here. Okay. Now in this, so maybe we didn't need to find out 11x by 8. Now in this, what is the amount of syrup then? You see, in 5x by 8, what is the amount of syrup? So this 5x by 8 syrup came from this one, right? This content. And here syrup is to water milk ratio was 3 is to 2. So that means what is the amount of syrup? That is 3 by 5 into 5x by 8, which is 3x by 8 again. And what is the amount of milk? That is 2 by 5 into 5x by 8, that is x by 4. Now in this particular, so total syrup is how much? 3x by 8 plus how much syrup was already there? X by 4 syrup was there, plus x by 4, 5x by 8 syrup. And what is the milk over here? X by 4 now came, plus earlier x by 2 was there. So that means 3x by 4 came out. Okay. So now what is the question? The ratio of the sugar syrup and the milk in the second container. So in the second container, what is the ratio of the sugar syrup? 5x by 8. What is the amount of milk? 3x by 4. That is 5:6. 4 is the answer. Did you understand? These calculations are not necessarily okay. I did this. It shouldn't be done. Do you want me to explain it once more?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sure.
last part, sir. Yes.
Yes. See, this sum is actually not tough. The reason is that I mean I explained it. I explained every line. That is the reason it is appearing long. And I tried to find a shortcut for this also. I didn't get. Okay. I checked it in internet also. There is no shortcut everywhere. Some people have taken it as 1 liter, some people take it as 10 liters. That is the only difference. Otherwise everywhere it is like this. Okay. So there are two containers of same volume. Okay, same volume. First container half filled with sugar syrup. So this is the first container and this is the second container. Okay, the first container is half filled with sugar. With this half filled, it's absolutely nonsense. This is just to confuse you. I don't need what is the half of this container. So the first one is half filled with sugar syrup, the second one is half filled with milk. So since it is given that both the containers are of the same volume, okay, so that means the halves will also be equal. So sugar syrup is x liters, milk is x liters. All right. Now what is happening is half the content of the first container is transferred to the second container. So what is left over here? X by 2. So x by 2 gone, x by 2 syrup transferred, x by 2 syrup transferred. So x by 2 syrup is left, x by 2 syrup went over here, right? So here you can see x by 2 syrup came and x liter of milk was already there. So what is the total quantity? 3x by 2. Now what is the sugar is to this milk ratio over here? 1 is to 2, because you can see that x by 2 is syrup and x is the amount of milk. So syrup is half of the amount of milk. So that means syrup is to milk is 1 is to 2. Did you understand this till here?
Sir.
Now what is happening is half of the mixture from here has been transferred over here. Half of the mixture has been transferred over here. So you see in this particular container, in the second container, how much is there? 3x by 2. What will be the half of 3x by 2? 3x by 4. So that means x by 2 was already there, x by 2 was already there, and 3x by 4 came up. Okay, so that is giving me 5x by 4. Okay. Now 3x by 4 mixture came, x by 2 syrup is already there. I need to find out that in this 3x by 4 mixture, what is the sugar is to mass ratio? So sugar is to milk ratio. Now see, this 3x by 4 came from this container, the second one, and in the second one, the sugar is to milk is what? 1 is to 2. So that means in 3x by 4, the sugar is to syrup is to milk is 1 is to 2. So what is the amount of syrup? 1 by 3 into 3x by 4. You can simplify it, you get 3x by 4. What is the amount of milk present? 2 by 3 into 3x by 4, you get x by 2. So what is the sugar, syrup is to milk ratio in this first container? That is 3x by 4 divided by x by 2, right? That gives me 3 is to 2. Did you understand? Please tell me. Did you understand why did I add this half?
Yes.
X by 4 is the amount of syrup that is in this mixture, and x by 2 was already present.
X by 2
So that
was
is
already
why,
present.
yes, x by 2 added, so 3x by 4. Now milk is only present in this mixture, which is 2 by 3 into 3x by 4, that is x by 2. So what is the ratio? The ratio is 3x by 4 by x by 2, that gives me 3 is to 2. And Shitama?
So 3x by 4 and half.
3x by 4 এর কি হাফ করতে গেল?
মানে 3x by 4 টা এলো বলতে ওটাই বলছি।
3x by 2 amount of mixture ছিল সেকেন্ড কন্টেনারে, ওকে? এর হাফ কত হবে? 3x by 4, তাই তো?
মানে ইনটু হাফ করব?
হ্যাঁ,
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। হ্যাঁ
ঠিক আছে। তাহলে 3x/4 3x/2 ছিল আগে কন্টেনারটা, ঠিক আছে, তার হাফ ট্রান্সফার করে দিয়েছি, তাহলে 3x/4 ট্রান্সফার হলো, তাহলে বাকি কত রয়ে গেল? হাফই তো বাকি থাকবে না।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
তোমার কাছে 10 টাকা আছে, তুমি হাফ তোমাকে দিয়ে দিলে, এই তোমাকে দিয়ে দিলে, তাহলে তোমার কাছে তো হাফই পড়ে রইলো,
হ্যাঁ।
তাই না? তো এখানেও হাফই পড়ে রইলো 3x/4। আচ্ছা, এবার in this first container I found out what is the total amount of sugar. So x/4 plus x/2, that is 3x/4. And what is the amount of milk? x/2. So what is the syrup is to milk ratio? That is 3:2. Did you understand?
Yes sir.
Okay. Now see again what happened. From the first container, again half of the mixture is transferred to the second one. Half to half. Again half is transferred. So you see, so what was the amount? 5x/4. 5x/4 এর হাফ কত হবে? 5x/8. 5x/4 এর হাফ কত হবে? 5x/8. তো 5x/8 আবার ট্রান্সফার করে দেওয়া হলো এখানে, ওকে, 5x/8 আবার ট্রান্সফার করে দেওয়া হলো এখানে, 5x/8 মানে 5x এখানে আবার হাফ চলে গেল, তাহলে কত রয়ে গেল? 5x/8. Now what is the amount of syrup over here then? Acha, now see what is the ratio of syrup is to milk? 3:2. So in this 5x/8, what is the amount of syrup present? 3 by sum of the ratio, that is 3 plus 2 5 into 5x/8, that is 3x/8. What is the amount of milk present? 2 by 5 into 5x/8, that is x/4. Now see, 3x/4 was already there, 5x/8 has been transferred. I don't need to calculate this sum, I don't need that. I just need to find out how much syrup and milk is there. So see, in this second container now 5x/8 of mixture has come from this first container, and this 5x/8 mixture, this 5x/8 amount of mixture carries a ratio of what? What is the ratio does it carry? 3:2. That is the reason why I am finding out the syrup as 3 by sum of this ratio 5 into 5x/4, that is 3x/8. What is the amount of milk? 2 by sum of this ratio, that is 5 into 5x/8, that is x/4. So what is the total syrup now? 3x/8 plus what was the initial amount of syrup? x/4. So x/4, that gives me 5x/8. What is the amount of milk present? x/4 came in, plus what was the amount of milk earlier? x/2. So add x/2, that gives me 3x/4. Now find out the ratio 5:6. Did you understand this part?
Yes sir.
Shutama?
No sir.
Okay. Which part you didn't understand? Tell me.
5x/8
Hmm.
তো ওটা s is to m এ ওটা হলো 3x/8 আর 1x/4, তারপর কি হলো?
ওকে, এবার দেখো এই যে 5x/8 এখানে রয়ে গেছে, তো
হ্যাঁ
5x/8 আবার এখানে ট্রান্সফার হয়েছে, হাফ বলেছে ট্রান্সফার হয়েছে, তোমার কাছে 10 টাকা ছিল,
5x/8 ইনটু হাফ হবে
না 5x/4 তো ছিল আগে, আগে এর মধ্যে কত কত ছিল? 5x/4, এই যে 5x/4 এর হাফটা গেছে না, তবেই তো 5x/8 হয়েছে।
তো আবার তো হাফ যাচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ, তো আবার হাফটাই তো 5x/8, ঠিক আছে? 5x/4 ছিল, এটার আবার হাফ গেছে, তবেই তো 5x/8 হয়েছে, আবার তো হাফ যাচ্ছে না, এটাই লাস্ট, ঠিক আছে? এবার এই যে হাফটা গেছে এখানে, এবার দেখো 5x/8 এর মধ্যে কতটা সিরাপ আছে? 3 by 5 into 5x/8, that is 3x/8. কতটা মিল্ক আছে? 2 by 5 into 5x/8, that is x/4. এবার এই কন্টেনারটার মধ্যে আগে থেকে কতটা সিরাপ ছিল? এতটা ছিল, রাইট? এই কন্টেনারটার মধ্যে আগে থেকে কতটা মিল্ক ছিল, এতটা ছিল,
হ্যাঁ
দিয়ে টোটাল আমি বার করলাম, দিয়ে আমি তাদের রেশিও করলাম।
আচ্ছা তাহলে 5x/8 প্লাস 3x/4 টা কি হতো?
আবার বলো।
5x/8 প্লাস 3x/4, 3x/4 টা কি অলরেডি ছিল ওটার মধ্যে?
5x/8, এইটা 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 আমি টোটাল মিক্সচারটার কন্টেন্ট বার করছি, যেটা দরকার নেই অ্যাকচুয়ালি। 3x/4 টা তো ছিল সেকেন্ড কন্টেনারে, তার মধ্যে 5x/8 টা এলো, রাইট?
হুম
তাহলে টোটাল কত হলো?
হ্যাঁ
11x/8, তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ
আমি এটা ছবি পাঠাচ্ছি, ঠিক আছে? এটা এটা বুঝতে পেরেছো তো? এটা কপি করতে টাইম লাগবে, এটা আমি ছবি পাঠাচ্ছি, ক্লাসের পরেই জাস্ট কপি করে নিই।
ওকে স্যার।
এটা বোঝার চেষ্টা করো, না বুঝতে পারলে আবার কোনো একটা উইকডেজে বলবো, ফ্রাইডে। নীলাদ্রি, Ishika, what about you?
Yes, sir, understood.
Understood, sir.
Now there is one thing that came to my mind, I want to explain you. You see, when two mixtures are like this mixed with each other, what ratio to take, right? The ratios are changing, right? Syrup is to, so while doing this we sometimes change syrup to sugar, sugar to again milk, milk to water, so many things we change. So how this ratio is also changing. So say for example, this is a container and this is a container, okay? Now say I am taking two liquids, A is to B. This A is to B is in the ratio 2:3, and this C is to D is there, no, A is to B only. There is another liquid, there is another container, A is to B is in the ratio 3:4. Now tell me that if I say move some amount of mixture from here to here, okay, and some amount of mixture I am moving from here to here, what is the ratio of A is to B that this mixture is carrying, Shritama? When I am moving some amount of mixture from this container to this container, what is the ratio of A is to B that this mixture is carrying?
A রেশিওটা A is to
A
B
is to B
রেশিও
ratio in this mixture.
2/5 না 2/5 না
Why 2/5? From here you picked up a cup of mixture and you are transferring to the other container. So what is the ratio of A is to B in this container, in this mixture?
one
Baapre baap. Anybody?
2:3.
Of course 2:3. From this liquid only you picked up see, I'll tell you. See, try to understand the concept of ratio, Shitama. Okay, this is something to understand intuitively. Okay, you take 100 liter of a mixture which has A is to B in the ratio 5:6. Ratio 5:6. This same mixture, if you pick up only 1 liter, if you pick up only 1 liter of this mixture, there also A is to B will be in the ratio 5:6. Right? This ratio is the character of a mixture. Like you have a specific character, right? whether you are at your home, whether you are at Ritama's home, whether you are at your college, whether you are at US, you will carry the same character everywhere. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this ratio is the characteristics of a mixture. So if 100 liter of a mixture has A is to B in the ratio of 5 is to 6, then 1 liter of this same mixture, unless something has been added to it or removed from it, unless any ingredient has been added to it or removed from it, any I mean, say if extra A or extra B is added or removed, except that, okay, if I pick up 1 liter of this mixture also, what will be the value of A is to B? 5 is to 6. You understood?
Okay, sir.
Even if I pick up
Yes.
say even if I pick up say 0.001 milligram of this mixture, still A is to B will be in what ratio?
5:6.
5 is to 6.
Yes. Mm.
Now if I add some amount of B in it, say this is milk is to water. Now if I add more water into it, the ratio is destroyed. Okay, so say for example in this 100 liter of mixture I add say 10 liters of B. So now the new ratio becomes, for example, now the new ratio becomes 5 is to 8, for example, 5 is to 8. Now again you take 0.001 milligram of this mixture, okay, what will be A is to B?
5:8.
5 is to 8, right? So that is
Yes.
the characteristics of a mixture. Ratio is the characteristics of a mixture. So now if you have this container which has a mixture where A is to B is present in 5 is to 6, and there is another container where A is to B is present as say 3 is to 2, 3 is to 2, okay, you are transferring some amount of mixture in it, some amount, I don't know how much that amount of mixture is, but some amount of mixture you're transferring from this container to this container. So in this mixture, what is the amount of, what is the ratio of A is to B?
5:6.
5 is to 6. Okay, now instead of doing this, if I remove, if I take some amount of mixture from the first container and move it to the second container, how much ratio of A is to B is this mixture carrying?
First to second.
Yes,
5:6.
from first to second this mixture is going now, this
Okay,
mixture
3
is
is
ratio
to
3 is
2.
to 2, okay, 3 is to 2.
Mm.
Now say when I transfer this mixture over here, now this is one mixture, this is another mixture, both of the mixture get mixed up, and now the ratio of A is to B becomes 6 is to 11,
Mm.
and now I transferred some amount of this mixture to a different container. So what is the amount of A is to B present?
6:11.
6 is to 11. Now I add some amount of A and I change the ratio of A is to B to 3 is to 5, and then I again take some amount of mixture. So what is the amount of A is to be present in this?
3:5.
3 is to 5. Did you understand how is this sum working now?
Yes,
You
sir.
see, when I'm carrying 5x by 8 amount of mixture from the first container, you see I have written that carries a ratio of 3 is to 2, because the
Mm.
characteristics of this mixture was 3 is to 2. Syrup is to milk was 3 is to 2. That is why when 5x by 8 amount of mixture is going, it is carrying a ratio of 3 is to 2, right? That is why I have done 3 by 5 into 5x by 8, 3x by 4. You see, this particular container had a different syrup is to milk ratio. Okay, the first container had a different syrup is to milk ratio. So what
Yes,
I
sir.
mean to explain from here is, okay, let's say the first container, this is a container, okay, it has 10 liter of milk, 10 liter of mixture, milk is to syrup is 2 is to 3, for example, and this is another container which has 5 liter of mixture and it has milk is to syrup in the ratio 3 is to 2. Both are two different mixtures, mixtures 1 and mixture 2. Now when I am transferring say 5 liter of mixture 1, what is the ratio that is getting carried with it?
2:3.
2:3. Now when this 5 liter is entering into this, okay, this 5 liter enter into this, what is the amount of milk that got added? So this 5 liter came over here, right?
Yes, sir.
Now this 5 liter contains what? How much amount of milk and syrup?
2:3.
2 is
2.
to 3, right? What is the amount
Yeah.
of milk that has come up then? That is 2 by
2 liters.
5
2
into
liters.
5, that is 2 liters. Don't take this ratio, because this ratio belongs to this mixture 2. My milk, this particular milk is coming, belongs to this 5 liter of mixture, which in turn belongs to this category, this family. Okay, so that is why we need to take this ratio, which is the ratio of the first container, 2 by 5 into 5, that is 2 liters. Because when you will see this sum later on, you will think that why the hell did I take 3 is to 2 while calculating the amount of syrup in the first container, when the ratio of syrup is to milk was different in the first container, right? Second container, right? The second container has a different syrup is to milk ratio, but while calculating the amount of syrup that came in, we are taking the ratio which is in the first container. It is because of this family belongingness. Okay, this 5 liter came from the first container, in which the milk is to ratio, syrup is 2 is to 3. So milk is 2 by 5 into 5, that is 2 liter, and water is 3 liter, and then we add it to what was present. So if I want to find out that here initially how much amount of milk was present, how will I do that, Shritama? Initially, before the mixture came in, how much amount of milk was present, how will I do that?
3/5 into
5, 3
3.
liter,
5
right?
half.
And syrup was 2 by
Yes, sir.
5 into 5, that is 2 liter. So what is the
2
amount of
liter.
milk? 2 liter plus 3 liter, and amount of water is 3 liter plus 2 liter, right? So whenever
Yes,
you
sir.
transfer a mixture from one container to other container, see that from which container it is going. Okay, the ratio for that mixture will, I mean, you need to take the ratio of that for that mixture of the container to which the mixture belongs. Okay, if a mixture is transferred from one container to other container, see that from which container that mixture is coming. In that container, whatever is the ratio of the two liquids, you have to take that ratio to find the extra amount of migration that is happening. You understood?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now after a heavy meal, it is very important to drink some soda, right? That will help you digest your food. That is why the last sum is a mixture contain lemon juice and sugar syrup. Okay, try out this sum, this will be easy.
তো 1:4 হবে?
No.
One is to seven.
Yes. Okay, so let us do this sum. A mixture contains lemon juice and sugar syrup in equal proportion. Fine. That means lemon juice and sugar syrup 1 is to 1. If a new mixture is created by adding the mixture and sugar syrup in the ratio 1 is to 3, then the ratio of lemon juice and sugar syrup in the new mixture. Mhm. Okay, so that means you say I take the mixture as x and the sugar syrup, I mean in this new one, as 3x, right? Now since in this mixture, what is the what is lemon is to syrup ratio? 1 is to 1. That means lemon is x by 2, sugar is also x by 2, right? So that means what is the total sugar syrup? That is 3x by 2 plus x by 2, which is 7x by 2. And what is liquid? Lemon, that is x by 2. So ratio of lemon juice by sugar syrup. So that means x by 2 by 7x by 2. All things gets cancelled out, 1 by 7. That means 11 is to sugar is 1 is to 7. 4 is the answer. Did you understand?
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, I did not do by X method, right? Like did
Allegation
it in
method.
that. So initially it is 1:1.
Okay.
So I'm saying I did it. It was 1:1, and then in new mixture, so the old mixture is getting transferred, like in 1:1, like one ratio, like
Mm-hmm.
it is transferred one part. So
Mm-hmm.
in that case, lemon is to sugar syrup is also 1:1 only if it is getting
Okay.
transferred.
Yes, yes.
And then sugar syrup is and then sugar syrup is there, three parts is there, so one part is getting transferred from the other one and three parts is present, so 3 plus 1 is 4.
Mm-hmm.
3 plus 1 is 4, and then like 3 and 4 is 7, so three parts is already present, and then it is getting added like that, like that. So
Okay. If you are convinced with the process, that is not a problem. I mean, I felt this one to be easy. I directly started with this. Okay, because here I have a very good information, that is lemon juice and sugar juice in equal proportion. So I took new mixture and sugar syrup is taken in the ratio 1:3. So that means what is the amount of mixture taken? X. What is the amount of sugar syrup taken? 3x. So in this X amount of mixture, lemon juice and sugar is present 1:1. So in this X amount of mixture, how much ratio is this mixture carrying? 1:1. So that means lemon is x by 2, sugar is x by 2, and sugar added is 3x. That means total sugar is 3x plus x by 2, 7x by 2, and lemon is x by 2. Just do the ratio 1:7. Ishika, Ritama, Shitama.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Understood.
Understood, sure, Shitama?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with this we end allegations here. Okay, you practice more questions, more past year questions are there. I have not covered all of them. Okay, I have done just 2023, 22 and 20. So I have selected few sums from different slots and I did. Okay, you will see that allegations mixture sums are similar type. Okay, and this is one of the most important. I mean, sums only based on allegations and mixtures will come, as well as allegations and mixture is a supportive chapter. You have already seen that allegations and mixture is applied in averages, sometimes in this profit and loss also. Okay, we have applied that, so it's a very important chapter. So you practice from the other past year question papers. If you need doubt, send it to me. Okay, Ritama, Shitama, Ishika, you already have a Monday class, offline class, so bring doubts, we will solve them. Okay, so next Friday we will do one this Venn diagram sum. Okay, I'm yet to do one past year sum, and we will start with I'll check the graph. Okay, I was thinking of starting with ratio and proportions. Okay, why? Because ratio, we are doing, I mean, ratio and proportion based chapters only. Profit and loss also there was ratio and proportion. Here also we have ratio and proportion only. So in that flow we can do ratio and proportion. Okay, so that will be easy for us to do. After ratio and proportion, I'm thinking of completing simple interest and compound interest, because that is associated with percentage. So that will also be very easy for you to do, and then start number system. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
How is your leg, Ishika?
Sir, it's better.